Hey, bookish friends. It's already time to film another TBR video. I do have a few books that I want to get on my TBR to finish out the Passport to Summer Reading Challenge. So we'll see if I can get those on. There. Just making sure that a few of these were the wrong way around. See if I can. I don't think I can actually shuffle these. Don't have quite enough for that. All right. And depending on if I get the ones I want on the list will determine how many I choose. I am getting more books read this summer than during the school year. Let's just go middle. Sci-fi. Oh, right. Yes. Yes, I do. Okay. I have Crystal Witness, which I just hauled, so let's see. Our main character, Ming, she was in suspended animation for 20 years, and when she wakes up, she can't really remember much, but she was a criminal, and this is part of her, like, sentencing. So she is relocated to an alien world far from the only home she has ever known. Ming serves a powerful Renasco representative to repay her debt. But daily she lives with deadly threats from two men, the hideous mutant Zardir Huek and the handsome, secretive musician Tieg Inig, who both want the same thing, information. So she starts to remember some fragments of stuff, including piracy. Oh, I should read the first sentence. That's what I should do. For the first time since leaving Cabra Minor, Ming Delamani felt like a smuggler. Okay. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Favorite author backlist. I have all of these, but I think what I'm actually going to do is purchase Pass Forward Volume 4 and count that, because I really want to keep going with that series. And it's definitely part of Shatona's backlist, which I guess I should say a little bit about that. Our main character, Willow, she grew up without... Oh, let's see. Her mother really isolated them, and so Willow was homeschooled and didn't really go into town with her mother, and they lived without electricity in their house and learned how to do things the old-fashioned way, grew a lot of their own food, sewed their own clothes, and then one day Willow wakes up and her mother is dead, and she walks the 5 miles into town to the police station because she's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And then she ends up making friends and integrating herself a little bit into the modern world, and I'm just fascinated by her story and can't wait to read more. Nonfiction. Okay, I needed a nonfiction for next month anyway. What do I have? I have these. already reading a Clarkson book. So I guess I will go with another recent purchase. Mama Bear Apologetics. The problem with lies is they often don't sound like lies. They seem harmless and even sound right. So what's a mama bear to do when her kids seem to be absorbing the culture's lies uncritically? Mama Bear Apologetics is the book you've been looking for. This mom-to-mom guide will equip you to teach your kids how to form their own biblical beliefs about what is true and what is false. Through transparent life stories and clear practical applications, including prayer strategies, this band of Mama Bears offers you tools to train yourself so you can turn around and train your kids. This is technically a reread for me, but that's okay. Chapter 1. I rather enjoy the phone conversations I have with my mom friends, especially those who are moms of young children. Okay. I'll do one more, and if that's not one of the ones I need for the summer reading, then I will stop here. Picker wheel. Okay. I need to go grab my laptop. Let's see, which picker wheel should I do? I think I'll just do my one for my cart. Okay. Oh, that one is actually on here. Okay. The Book of the Dun Cow. I had this one picked out for the country prompt. Walter Wengren's profound fantasy concerns a time when the sun turned around the earth and the animals could speak. When Chanticleer, the rooster, ruled over a more or less peaceful kingdom, what the animals did not know was that they were the keepers of Worm, monster of evil, long imprisoned beneath the earth, and Worm Subterra was breaking free. In the middle of the night, somebody began to cry outside of Chanticleer's coop. Okay. That was unexpected. Okay. I guess I can keep going then and see if I can get another one on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, on Goodreads the longest. Okay. Okay, I totally messed up my cards and picked from the wrong pile, but that's okay. Okay, so what has been on my Goodreads the longest? I know it's The Hedgehog's Feast, but that's like a kid's book. The thing is, do I have it? Because maybe one of the reasons it's been on there so long is because I might have to buy it. Okay. I was right. The Hedgehog Feast. But this is a kid's book, so maybe this is the just motivation I need to actually read this aloud to my kids. And the reason I had it on Goodreads is because It's written by the same woman who did The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. So I was really wanting to read it, and it took me a while to buy a copy. I finally bought a copy. So I will definitely read this. But the other, the actual novel that's been on there the longest is Towards Zero by Agatha Christie. Let me see real quick if my library has it. It's one of the superintendent battle ones, but the two that I've read so far, which is The Secret of Chimneys and what was the other one I read recently? I can't remember. Oh, my library does have it. Ooh, you even have it on large print. I'll just go ahead and reserve that. Cool. Okay. An elderly widow is murdered at a clifftop seaside house. What is the connection between a failed suicide attempt, a wrongful accusation of theft against a schoolgirl, and the romantic life of a famous tennis player? To the casual observer, apparently nothing, but when a house party gathers at Gull's Point, the seaside home of an elderly widow, earlier events come to a dramatic head. It's all part of a carefully paid plan for murder. Huh. Okay, I'm going to stop there because that's 5 books on my TBR. And only one of those is for the summer reading challenge I'm doing. The other ones that I plan on reading for that one, there's The Last Wayfinder by Ellen McGinty. This is in the same world, country as her Saints and Monsters book, which I read and really enjoyed. Let me see if I can find it. Right. The main character, Kira, she was born into prison. It is only known the Arctic wasteland where the worst criminals are sent to be forgotten, including her mother. When a brutal imperial inspector sentences her family to death, she unleashes a forbidden magic that comes with a devastating cost. Her sister's curse transformed into a monster. Desperate for a cure, she strikes a deal with Captain Wren, a notorious monster hunter whose icy exterior matches the unforgiving landscape. He's everything Kira despises: rigid, lawful, dangerous, and unfortunately necessary for survival. This is the Indie Book Club one, and I also chose it for the sun prompt because there's a sun on the cover. If I remember correctly, it might have a map, so I might be able to use it for the Read Your Bookshelf Challenge. Let me just take a peek at the Kindle version on Amazon. Then maybe I can read the first sentence too. Yes. There's a map. So I can use this book for multiple ones. It's prologue. Is there... Chapter 1. The flow of drift ice never sounded so much like cracking bones. That's descriptive. Okay. I can't remember what the Jurassic prompt is. So I know that one, and I know I chose Gone Away Lake for the summer prompt. When Portia sets out for a visit with her cousin Julian, she expects fun and adventure, but of the usual kind, exploring in the woods near Julian's house, collecting stones and bugs, playing games throughout the long, lazy days. But this summer is different. On their first day exploring, Portia and Julian discover an enormous boulder with a mysterious message, a swamp choked with reeds and quicksand, and on the far side of the swamp, a ghost town. When Portia Blake and her brother Foster set out for Creston that summer, it was different from all the other summers. It was different because it was the first time they had ever made the trip all by themselves. Sorry, that's 2 sentences. I know I picked the burning tree for the tree prompt. In Ellie Castor's town of Bishop's Gap, the Castors and the powerful Levy family have been feuding for generations. The families share just one thing in common. They both dread the mark, a scorch that appears at random on their doors, bringing a curse from the burning tree. When the mark hits Ellie's door, her sister Jean falls into a coma. Ellie knows the burning tree is to blame, and desperate to save her sister, she braves the forbidden woods to confront it. But this choice ignites a chain of unintended consequences, forcing her to work with her nemesis, Charlotte Levy. I do like that it's 2 girls working together. It was almost a perfect afternoon. Well, I doubt it stays that way. And I think I chose Caller for wildlife because there's a wolf on the cover, and that's the best I could think of at the time. What if you could edit memories with a single touch? Oh, that's right. The main character can rare ability to manipulate memories to numb the darkest secrets of the ruling aristocracy. But I think she holds on to those memories. This one also has a map, so that would also work. That's a prologue. Are you sure you can handle this, Miss Winter? And I'm sure there are others. But this is my official TBR plus Past Forward Volume 4 and The Last Wayfinder, because I can use that for so many different things. Let me know what you plan on reading in July. It's my last full month of break before we start up school in August, and I'll be back with something next week. Happy reading!